My name is Tadamika Beeman. I'm with the U.S. Office of the Global AIDS Coordinator in Health Diplomacy, and I serve as a gender advisor. And what we're going to talk to you a bit about today, as you've also witnessed in some of the other presentations for the DREAMS program, is now we're going to go to the heart and the core of our program, which is our young leaders, who are the ones who drive the program, who help us to do our jobs better, and who or what this program is just basically all about. So at this moment, I'm going to hand it over to Miss Juliet, who is a DREAMS ambassador with our program in Zimbabwe. Juliet, can you just please give us a quick introduction, please?
Oh, okay, thank you. My name is Juliet Murindi, and I'm 20 years old, currently residing in Bulawayo in Zimbabwe.
Great, thank you so very much, and thank you for taking the time to do this today. I know you're a very busy young woman, and it's just very important for us to ensure that we are illuminating what this program is all about. So just thank you so much for your time and effort.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I think we're going to get started, and I just wanted to start off by asking you, what are some of the challenges that you and other young women and girls like you in your community face before the DREAMS program?
Oh, okay. So I've been raised by a single mother together with my other little sisters, and the most basic challenge that I myself have faced is the lack of sanitary wear, whereby I would have to skip school at times because I would not have sufficient sanitary wear. Right, and so I've also had a challenge of getting enough financial funds to finance for my education. So that was a bit of a challenge because at some point in time, I almost dropped out of school and almost resorted to risky behaviors such as selling sex in turn for money. And I've seen that this is the prevailing challenge in my community, because most girls like me are going through the same things, as well as engaging themselves in relationships that are very abusive, and they find themselves not being able to get out of the relationships because they are afraid of losing that their own source of income.
Thank you for sharing that. And how did DREAMS make a difference in some of those challenges that you faced?
Okay, so ever since I joined DREAMS has facilitated for my education. It has paid for my secondary education to a point where I managed to complete my advanced level examinations, and I came up a top achiever in the commercial department of my school with 15 points. So, thank you. So, being a top achiever, it actually boosted my confidence a lot. I mean, like it made me realize that there is something more to me, for me, in this lifetime. But because the DREAMS program only advocated for my education up to secondary level, I couldn't manage to proceed forward to my university education. Therefore, I was exposed to economic strengthening activities, which are referred to as ISOs, and they have enabled me with enough skills and expertise to be able to start up my small business, which I'm currently running, which is an after-school tutoring service, class, whereby I give lessons for Form 1s up to Form 4s. And in turn, I earn income, which I use to provide for my needs, as well as for the needs of my mother, and as well as my little sisters. And as well, the excess income that I get, I save it up so that I may be able to go to university.
That is wonderful news. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I was so excited to hear about all of the wonderful accomplishments you've managed to make, and even do that and push through any challenges that you have faced. So I'm just glad to hear that you have kept pushing on, and you're making it a point to be a part of leading your own narrative and driving your own dreams. So thank you so much for sharing that as well. One of the things we talk about with DREAMS is how we've always had young women tell us nothing for us without us, right? and how it was very
Yes.
critical for us to ensure that we tried to design and guide the program where it places you all as young women and girls at the center of the program. So can you describe to me some examples of how you believe Dreams has placed you at the leadership, you and your leadership at the center of Dreams and the programming?
Oh, okay. First, can I define what a leader is according to my own understanding?
Absolutely.
So a leader, right, is someone who I believe fights for what they believe in and strives to become the best of themselves, as well as positively influence people that surround them. And being a Dreams ambassador, I have been involved in planning meetings, and I've been involved in those discussions. So in that way, I've managed to air out and also to express some of the concerns that I've seen in my society from the adolescent girls and young women. And I take much appreciation to the fact that the program has indeed appreciated my contribution. For instance, for once, I advocated for a distribution of sanitary wear to other adolescent girls and young women in my community, and the Dreams program did respond by doing so. And I'm very glad to be a center of this program, because I have become this determined as well as this resilient young lady that I've been dreaming to become. And also it has made a huge difference to other adolescent girls and young women who are receiving services from the program.
You're here. That is wonderful. Thank you so much. And then, you know, it's always great to talk about the wonderful parts of the program, but it's also, as with anything, there can be room for improvement, right? So you as a Dreams ambassador, and you having a voice and having a bit of an understanding of what you and young women and girls like you go through or may encounter, what are some recommendations you have for how Dreams can be improved?
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to take appreciation of the program and the difference that it has made to adolescent girls and young women, as well as me included, right? So, but however, I would recommend that the Dreams program may go beyond the scope of just sponsoring adolescent girls and young women in secondary level, and expand to also sponsoring them with the tertiary education subsidies, so that they too may be able to pursue their dreams, because I see that they are more vulnerable girls that transition to tertiary level. Also, I would advocate that the Dreams program also expand in other districts where it is not being implemented, because I believe that there are other adolescent girls and young women who are vulnerable and are in need of the services of the program. And also, I would advocate for affordable sanitary wear to be distributed or provided for adolescent girls and young women, considering the current economic situation that we're facing. Most adolescent girls are not able to acquire sanitary wear. So by providing them, we are keeping girls who are in school so that they do not miss their classes.
Thank you so much. And I know that you're going to be one of the ones to take the charge to push us to get moving on those improvements. So thank you. And so then my next question for you is, for anyone watching this session, what would you like for them to know about Dreams and how they can better support adolescent girls and young women? Anyone.
Okay, so what I can say is that the Dreams program has been a life-changing journey for me, because I wouldn't be here sitting here in an interview with you if it hadn't been for it. So I'd like to take much appreciation for a confidence boost in me, as well as for empowering me to be independent, to be resilient to risk behaviors that are likely to put me at risk of contracting HIV. And for all that are watching out there, particularly all those policy makers and the leaders, I challenge them to ensure that they advocate for a safe and thriving environment for adolescent girls and young women, so that they advocate for an environment where adolescent girls and young women strive to be the best of themselves, and we'll see that impact also showing in the universe. is we create a better environment for everyone to live in.
Wow, I think that's a high note. I don't even know I can follow that one up with anything. I think that's wonderful. I don't know. That was a final thought. I think we can end it there unless you had anything else you wanted to share.
Oh, yes, I did actually.
Oh.
Well, I'd like to express my gratitude to PEPFAR, to USAID, to PEPFAR, as well as the DREAMS program for all that it has done for adolescent girls and young women, such as myself. I mean, I may be benefiting but my little sisters also are benefiting from the program. And I see that positive impact it has on their lives. Like they are thriving to become the best they can be, and they're thriving to become the most successful young ladies that will be in the society. So I'd like to extend a hand of gratitude to USAID, PEPFAR, as well as DREAMS. And I would like to encourage other adolescent girls and young women who possibly might be watching this recording, that they too become a part of this life-changing experience.
Wonderful. Allow me to thank you for being the phenomenal and amazing young woman that you are, because even with the DREAMS programming doing the work that it does and the stakeholders who support it, we would be nothing without you and your leadership. So thank you so much for your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.